Welcome everyone, I'm K Plays Games and I think it's time we had a new game on the channel. And the game I've chosen to show you now is FTL Faster Than Light, which is a space themed roguelike adventure game. It was released in 2012, it's won all kinds of awards. It's one of my favourite games. I know I keep saying that, but it really is. There is a really good in-game tutorial, but we'll skip that because I'll tell you everything you need to know. As a roguelike game, no two games will ever be the same. Your route through the game will be different. The upgrades and weapons and storylines you encounter along the way will be different. And there are lots of different ships to choose from once you've unlocked them. So we'll just click New Game. This is the first ship you have, and as a new player, it's the only ship you have until you unlock more. We'll just take you through it. You can rename your ship here, down here in the bottom left. These are the crew you start with. Okay, you can change their skins, gender, hairstyle, skin tone. You can rename them as you wish. This ship's quite easy. We start off with 3 humans. There are 6 or 7 different races in the game, each having their own capabilities. Humans improve their skill training faster than anyone else, that's why they're pretty good to have. These are the ship advancement achievements. To unlock the B variation of any ship, you complete 2 out of 3 of any of these. This is what your ship looks like. This is where your people are working at the minute. These here are the systems the ship has, which are represented on the ship model itself by rooms which house the function of these systems. This is the shields. We have, at the minute, level 2 shields, so that gives us 1 shield barrier. Shields work in multiples of 2, so when you have 4 power, you get 2 shield barriers, 6 power, you get 3, and so on. These figures you see on the right hand side is the cost to upgrade it. Upgrades can be done pretty much at any time outside of combat. Next up we have engines. Engines improves your dodge and how fast your warp drive fills up so you can escape. Oxygen is how fast your oxygen replenishes in the ship. You need at least 1 power bar and oxygen at all times, otherwise oxygen will drain out of the ship and your crew will die. This is the weapons. The more weapons power you have, the more different weapons you can have online and functioning at the same time. This is the med bay. When crew members are inside the med bay, they heal. Upgrades make it heal them faster. This is piloting. Piloting requires someone to be in the room to spool up the warp drive and to make the engines function at all. But if you upgrade it, then someone can not be in the room and you'll still get some dodge, but the FTL drive will not spool up. These are your sensors. These let you see the inside of your own ship, and when you upgrade it, the inside of the enemy ship. You will notice here that there is a dash above the highest upgrade. You cannot buy that level of upgrade. What you do is that you put a human inside that room to work the console and you get an extra bonus level. So if you upgrade it all the way, then you can get to the top rank, and the same goes for the doors. When you put a human or any other crew member in that room, it upgrades the doors by 1 extra level. These are the weapons we start with. You mouse over them, you see the stats appear in the top right. Missiles instantly penetrate all shields and deal direct damage to the enemy. They can be intercepted and shot down. This one takes 11 seconds to charge, and our second weapon is a burst laser Mark II. It takes 12 seconds to charge, but then it fires 3 shots. Each layer of enemy shields will absorb 1 shot, so if we meet an enemy with 3 layers of shield, then the burst laser 2 won't be able to damage them, but the missile launcher will. And if we meet someone with 1 layer of shield, then one of these 3 shots, if they hit, will be absorbed by their shields, and the other 2 will penetrate and deal damage to them. And this ship has space for an extra 2 weapons. There's 3 augmentation slots, which are empty. We don't have any, and we don't have a drone system, so we don't have any drones. The difficulty levels. Easy mode is what other games might call hard mode. Normal mode in FTL is what other games will call hardcore mode, and hard mode in FTL is I hate my life and I want to die. So be warned, we'll be playing this playthrough on easy. There is an advanced edition which was released about a year after the game came out. It introduces a whole range of new systems, weapons, alien races, game mechanics and all kinds of stuff, so we're just going to keep that disabled for now. Let's just get in on easy mode and press start. The data you are carrying is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next, but get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. You just get a random tip, so we'll just hit continue. Okay, basic crew movement. You can either drag a box to select one or multiple crew, or select them here on the list, or just left click on the person and then right click to give them commands to move. As you'll see, when we went into sensors, the sensor got this yellow badge above it to indicate that it's been manned and is now operating at level 2. If you put them in the doors, see the doors change colour because at level 2 they become blast doors. But the FTL drive is offline because there's no one in piloting, so we'll put him back in here. This guy is not doing anything in a minute because the weapons are turned off. To turn on the weapons, you allocate power to them. This is your power bank. This is how much spare power we have at the minute, which is 3. And the burst laser Mark 2 takes 2. As we see, as soon as we turned it on, he turned around and got to work. So we have enough power to have everything fully powered. We don't necessarily need the med bay right now, so we will right click and remove power from it, and we'll left click the engines because the engines has a spare slot for power. There we are, all allocated. We will just save them in their current positions because this is essentially save their workstations. Quick run through the UI, it's quite simple. This is the hull, this is how much hull we have. When it gets to 0, the ship is destroyed and game over. This is how many shield barriers we have. At the minute we have 1. This is how much fuel we have. We're starting with 16. This is how many missiles we have. 1 missile for each time the missile launcher fires. So we can only fire it 8 times until we run out. This is how many drones we have. Each time we launch a drone, we consume a drone part. We don't have a drone subsystem, so they're not doing anything for us. This is scrap. This is the currency you use to upgrade the ship and buy weapons and crew and other things. This is the ship info screen. This is where you can see all the information about your ship and what you have on board, and where you can buy upgrades. You can buy extra power bars and unlock all the things here. I don't think we need to buy anything straight away. Okay, our job is to get through 8 sectors of space and get to the Federation fleet headquarters and alert them of the huge rebel fleet which is chasing us. So let's have a look. This is the map. You'll see every sector. The dotted lines are where you can jump to, and this is the exit that we're trying to get to. Now you don't want to go straight to the exit. You want to maximize the number of these pings that you can visit, because each one of these is a potential to earn scrap to upgrade the ship and to find other things. This blue one here is in a nebula. The nebula will slow the fleet down, but it will disrupt our sensors, and sometimes you'll get an ion storm there, which will halve the amount of available battery power. So at the minute, we don't want to do that, because we have no battery power to spare. What you can do is actually spend some time and check where all the connections are. Because sometimes, for instance, this one would not be connected to the exit, so if we came down here, and maybe these two didn't have a connection either, and the only exit was here, so we came all the way down here and then realised we couldn't get to the exit, we'd have to come all the way back round to here, and we might not have enough time to do that before the rebel fleet would catch us. Because if they catch you, it's bad. It's not an instant game over, it's just really, really bad. Well, because this is Sector 1, it's all fairly, it looks like everything's connected to everything else. You see here, these two aren't connected this way. So we know we either have to go down here or up here at some point. I think we'll just go up and bounce around up here. Okay, Okay, scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages you, stay out of this or you'll be next. Concentrate fire on... Well, we have a choice. You can attack the pirate or you can ignore them. Ignoring them is no fun, so let's attack them. You ask for it. They pull away from the planet and move in to engage. Press 1 to continue. Now, the first thing I always do is pause the game with the spacebar. I have a method I like to call PIE, which is PIE, stands for pause, identify, then evaluate. I've done the P bit, I've paused the game. Identify means identify the enemy crew and their weapons. At the minute we don't have level 2 sensors, so we can't see inside their ship. That's why it's all greyed out. We can't see how many crew they've got and what race they are. Once you've played the game a few times, you'll be able to identify weapons. What we have here is an Ion Blast 1. Ion Blast 1 will not damage a system, but it will disable it for a cooldown. But luckily this will be absorbed by the shields, but unluckily, since we've only got one shield bubble, it will disable the shields. And this here is a Mark 1 laser, and this will fire one laser blast at us. If the shield is operational, it will just bounce off the shield and remove the shield for a little while. So these guys can damage us. This is the evaluate section. Because we've only got one layer of shield, this will take down the shield and then this can damage us, or this will take down the shield and this will disable the system. The other bit of the evaluate is, how are we going to kill them? Well, they've only got one shield and 8 or 9, 8, I think that's 8, yeah, 8 hull points, so it won't take us long to kill them. So what we need to do is to disable their weapons somehow. So what we'll do, left click on our laser and then left click on what we want to shoot at, which is their weapons. So we'll unpause with the spacebar. This is the progress bar. When this reaches full, the weapon will fire. Okay, as we see, their ion blast missed us, but their laser hit, and the laser hit, and the shield bubble was removed. See, this is the progress bar until that shield bubble is restored. This is what this empty blue circle means. Luckily, we managed to hit them twice and miss them once. The first hit put their shield down, second hit damaged their weapons, and the third hit missed. So we don't have to use our missile. We should be able to kill these guys. Okay, as we saw, their ion hit this time and it hit our shield and it put it on a 1 cooldown. So the shield is down until this recovers. It's removed 1 power bar. That's why this is over here now. When this countdown finishes, the power bar will be restored to the system. But by then, our laser is ready to fire again. So again, we'll fire on the weapon because we want to keep their weapons offline. Good. All 3 hit. The shield went down and we caused another 2 points of damage to the hull and another 2 points of damage to the weapon. And the weapons room is now gone red, which means it's completely offline. As we saw, both weapons are now retracted, so they cannot hurt us at the minute. But we will like to keep the weapons off, so we'll just keep shooting at that room. Uh-oh. Looks like they don't want to fight, they're trying to escape. See, the enemy FTL said it was charging and it went to delayed, because whoever they had in piloting has now run into this room to try and fix it. As you see, the door opened and closed, so the crew are in there now. But just in case they decide to stop fixing this and run into piloting and escape, I think we'll actually fire our missile at the piloting and destroy it, hopefully. If it hits. Yes, good. There was another reason for destroying piloting. If you destroy piloting or engines, then their dodge chance goes down to 0. So as soon as our burst laser Mark II is ready, we'll fire it at them, and all 3 hits will hit, and this will kill them. Because they only have 1 hull and 1 shield, so the shield will go down, and then the hull will go down, and that will be the end of this fight. There they go. Excellent. You pick through the remains and contact the settlement. So, from the fight, we got 1 missile, 1 drone part, and another 23 scrap. Yeah, and these are the people in the station. With the pirates gone, you signal the station. We appreciate what you've done, but there will be another ship looking to profit from our isolation soon enough. Sorry we can't give you more. They gave us 3 fuel, another drone part, another 10 scrap, and a Hermes missile, which is our first new weapon. You mouse over it. See, this needs 3 power bars to operate, so we'd need to turn off our Burst Laser 2 and our Artemis to power up the Hermes. It's a much larger missile. It does 3 damage, but it's very slow to fire. I think I'd rather persist with these 2, because this is slow to fire, and if it misses, we've got another long spool up until then. Hey, is 63 scrap enough to buy anything? Yeah, what I think we'll do is that we'll buy the next 2 levels of shield, which will cost us 50. Just like that. And then accept. See, we have the ability to have level 2 shields, but we don't have 2 shield bubbles until we've assigned power to it. So we'll need to take power out of some other things to put them into the shields. But we managed to win that fight more or less with just the laser, so I don't think we need the missile. And we can reduce our dodge a little bit and put them both into shields. There we are, 2 shield bubbles, excellent. On to the next map. An especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free unharmed. Well, I don't think we're going to draw straws and send a crew member to the slavers. We will never surrender one of our crew to slavers. Okay, pause. Identify. Ion Mark 1. As we know, this will take down 1 layer of shields. What we have here is a mini beam. Beams effectively draw lines across your ship, and it will do damage to each rune that's along the line, but they can't penetrate shields. So luckily for us, we just bought 2 shield bubbles. So this ion will take down 1 layer of shield, and the beam won't be able to get through the second, so they can't hurt us, which is great. Evaluate how we're going to kill them. No, because they can't hurt us, I don't think we have to worry about their weapons. So I think what we'll do, we'll concentrate on taking the shields down. There we are, damage the shields, not destroyed them. So we'll just put it in the shields again. Without the shield bubble to take down, we should get more damage, which we have. This is the perfect result. We surrender, take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll all die anyway. Hey, let's accept the offer. Hooray, we've got a new crew member. This is Ryan. Ryan is a rock man. He has 150 health, which is 50% more than our humans. He has a really slow movement speed. We'll put him in a race against the human. There we are. And rockmen are immune to fire. I think we'll have the rockman in the piloting, because you generally want to have someone in piloting all the time anyway. And he's slow. I think we'll just keep him here, because he doesn't have to move. Okay, what are we going to give Zaz to do? Well, he can go in shields. Notice as soon as we put him into shields, it got the manned icon, which means because it's manned, the shields recharge 10% faster. And we'll check on Mikhail. These little attribute bars will fill up every time he fires his weapon. So he's fired weapons 7 times, and when he gets to 58, he'll gain some experience and go up a level. At the minute, he's giving us 10% faster recharge. If and when he fires weapons 58 times, he'll get even faster recharge. So that was good. We've got an extra crew member on the second ping of the run. That's great. Let's go to this one next. Civilian colonists loyal to the rebel cause are present on a nearby planet. It looks like they're currently receiving a supply shipment. Could be useful. Right, let's attack the rebels. Let's pause. Let's identify. Again, a little Mark 1 laser, which will take down one of our shield bubbles. And they have a missile, which is exactly the same as our one. So we know what this does. This will bypass all of our shields. Evaluate, how are we going to... Can they hurt us? Well, yes. The laser can't hurt us because we've got 2 layers of shield. Even if we only had 1 layer of shield, all this one little laser would do is constantly knock down that 1 layer of shield. But this missile will penetrate our shields and be able to hurt us. So we need to take down our weapons and keep them down. But what I'm also going to do is just remove the power from the shield, because we don't need 2 shield bubbles against 1 laser. And I'll put it in engines to give us a slightly better evasion. See, the evasion was 15. Put more power in, it goes up to 20. It gives us a 20% chance of this missile missing when it fires at us. And with the 1 remaining power bar, I think we'll just turn on our missile just in case we need it if they try and run away. What if we miss with our laser? Well, that was absolutely perfect. As you saw, their missile missed, and we hit with all 3 and it turned all their weapons off. One thing I should have mentioned, when the enemy's rooms go red, they're destroyed and it removes 1 point of hull damage. So I think we'll just keep suppressing the weapons. Hopefully we'll hit again before their missile can fire. Excellent, only just. You see, weapons turn red as they warm up, and as soon as you turn green, they're ready to fire. And enemy ships fire as soon as they're ready. So we just got away with that there. I think this is going rather well. Lots of doors opening and closing, so there's either a fire in here or they've assigned more people to fix it. But it's too late. With the rebel ship destroyed, you take the time to collect what little scrap remains. They had already made their delivery to the civilians. So we've got 3 fuel, 1 drone and 12 scrap. Let's steal the civilian supplies, they're rebel sympathisers. The colonists hand over the supplies and you load it into your ship. As you jump away, you crack it open and discover nothing more than vaccinations for a local plague. Oh well, we didn't get anything out of that. Oh, we did get an extra 25 scrap. Is there anything we need to buy? I don't think so. Not a well deal. Yeah, I'm gonna remove the 2 extra power out of here and put it into the shields. Just in case we meet something with more than 1 laser in the next lot. Okay, this is a store. Stores do exactly what they say in the tin. So we don't want to go there straight away. We've only got 25 scrap. This is the rebel fleet. This is our trailing edge. This will move this much distance each turn. So each turn they'll be carving their way through this sector. If we were to go back to this beacon, we'd have to fight our way through quite a difficult fight, and the only reward would be 1 fuel to let us get out again. And if we're ever bad enough to fall too far behind and we have to fight into this red hatched zone, the fights are extremely difficult. So do we think we have enough time to do another 2 pings before the store? I think we do. So we'll go up here. A missile shoots across your bow when the jump completes. Your scans quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings pursuing an unknown vessel. The pirate hails you. Damn it, we weren't expecting company. Stay out of this and you could profit. So they're offering us 1 fuel, 1 drone and 11 scrap to stay out of the fight? Well, that's pathetic. So let's be a hero. Let's attack the pirate. The pirate ship stops its pursuit and locks weapons onto your ship. Okay, again, we'll pause. Identify. Another level 1 laser and another missile. Exactly the same as the last fight. So, exactly the same as the last fight. Increase dodge, turn this on and concentrate all of our weapons. Oh, all of our laser fire on their weapons. I'd really like to preserve missiles for emergencies, otherwise we'll just burn through our 8 ammunition. It hit us that time. Luckily it hit an empty room, so there was no system to smash in that room, but we did lose 1 hull point. But in return, we've completely destroyed their weapons, so we'll just carry on doing that. Good. And again. I hope we hit, because our missile launcher is recharging. Okay, fine. Our previous offer was not generous enough. Let's improve it. So they're now offering us 7 missiles, 1 drone, and 13 scrap. But we're close to killing them anyway, so I'm just going to reject the offer and carry on. Hopefully this last volley will kill them. The pirate explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. You go to examine the ship you just saved. Well, it says substantial collection was only 19 scrap, so maybe we should have taken the second offer. Upon closer inspection, you realise the ship under attack was a rebel scout. It's too damaged to put up much of a fight. Okay, we can either destroy the ship and salvage it for more scrap, or use the leverage we gained to convince them to delay the fleet. I think we had enough time to do what we had to do in front of the fleet anyway, so we're just going to destroy the ship and salvage it. Okay, so we got 2 missiles, 1 drone and 12 scrap. 56. Is there anything we need to buy? One thing I do like to buy as soon as I can is blast doors for the door system, because at the moment there's nothing stopping anyone moving from room to room, which is more important because as we progress, enemies will start to board us and they'll be able to run straight through these orange doors. We could put someone manually in here, it turns them to these silver grey blast doors, which enemies will have to shoot through in order to gain access to the next room. But I usually like to just buy them straight away, so there we are. So now if we put them in here, they'll get hatching and they're improved blast doors, which will take the enemy longer to break through. This just gives us a little bit of time to get someone to run into here to improve the doors. Okay, onwards. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small fueling outpost. Well, let's intervene to defend the outpost. Detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage your ship. Let's continue. Right, let's pause. Identify. I have 2 Mark 1 lasers, so they will take down 1 shield bubble each. So if we turn on both shield bubbles, that makes us invulnerable to this ship's damage output, which is fantastic. And we've still got enough power to fire a laser. Now, automated scouts, they don't have any crew. And what they do, if you damage their weapons or any system, they will automatically repair it over time. So I think we'll just go for shields, because we don't have to worry about their weapons. Yeah, they both hit. Both shields went down, but we didn't take any damage. All 3 of our shots hit, which is hilarious. Let's just keep the shields down. This should kill them if they hit. Nope, 1 missed. Oh well. Next volley should kill. And they missed both times that time. There it goes. The ship breaks apart and you quickly salvage what you can. 1 missile, 1 drone, 14 scrap. The outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by those scouts. Take this on the house. Another 2 missiles, 1 drone, 21 scrap. That's good, 56 scrap. Now, decisions. Do we think we have enough time to get here and then go to the store before the trailing edge hits the store? 'Cause if the trailing edge just clips something, it replaces whatever was at that ping with a rebel fleet fight. So the store will be destroyed and turned into a fleet fight. I think we do have enough room to do 1 more ping, get some more scrap, and then go to the store. Because even if the rebel fleet are here when we get to the store, this next ping is far enough away. Right, let's do that. We'll soon see if I was right. By the time you notice the rebel ship behind the beacon, it's too late to avoid a fight. Okay. Pause. Identify. Now this is something we haven't seen before. It's a combat drone. They, as it says, they repeatedly attack our ship. What that will do, it will fly around your ship, stop and fire, and then move, and then stop and fire. But sometimes it will move, say here, and fire, and then only move to here and stop and fire. So it can get quite rapid fire if we're unlucky. So this means this could potentially knock down both our shield bubbles, and they have a mini beam which will do the little line of damage. So the only thing we need to worry about is this combat drone. So what we'll do is we'll put our laser and we'll destroy the drone system. Let's see, it flies 1, flies 1. Now we're lucky so far. It's making quite long trips between shots. Good, turned it off. I think we'll just keep firing at the drone system. It's the only thing that can hurt us. The beam's completely useless without the drone to take our shields down. Damn. 2 misses. That's not good. Let's smash it again, please. That's more like it. Much more like it. And we'll do that again. Again, as we progress in the game, the enemy ships will have higher and higher dodge, so we'll be getting more and more misses. Okay, the enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. Take everything we have and let's both forget this happened. They're offering 4 fuel, 3 missiles and 10 scrap. Oh, you've put all this hard work in, I'm not going to accept surrender. Now they're trying to escape, so our next lot of shots need to go into piloting to try and break it, to stop their FTL drive spooling up. We need at least 2 shots to hit. That was close. You saw it was flashing up here, FTL jump imminent, so they'd spooled up really quickly. So again, we'll destroy their engines next time. And hope that they don't repair this. Oh, here we go. They're going to escape. Ooh, that was close. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 2 fuel, 1 drone part, and 23 scrap. That's a bit more like it. Okay, but now I'm 79 scrap. How's about that for timing? Perfect. So the store's still alive. We'll go to this distress beacon next. Okay, our first store. A transmission from the nearby planet indicates an outpost below which offers supplies to travellers. You send down an away party to check it out. Okay, this is the store page. Here you can sell things which you have in your cargo, or your weapons, or your drones, or your augmentations. You just drag them over here. There's no undo, so do be careful. This is what is on offer. Scrap recovery arm allows the ship to collect 10% more scrap from any source. This augmentation is good. The earlier you get it, the sooner it'll pay for itself and you'll be in profit. Drone control's always something that you'd want, but ideally it comes with one random drone. This one comes with a combat drone. Ideally it would come with a defense drone. Might not buy that. Might wait until we find another store, and hopefully the next one will have a defense drone. Crew teleporter lets us board enemy crew and kill them in hand to hand. If you can kill the enemy crew without destroying the ship, you do get extra rewards. Could we afford that? Well, if we sold the Hermes, that would take us to over 90. But I think I'm just going to buy the scrap recovery arm. So we're getting 10% extra scrap from every encounter. So this will pay for itself in no time. We're still in the first sector, so this will pay for itself really quite quickly. I don't think we need the Hermes, to be honest. I think I'll just sell that. There's nothing else worth buying. We don't need any more fuel. 17 fuel's enough. We got 13 missiles, 9 drones. I'm not going to spend 2 scrap to repair the 1 point of damage we've taken. That was quite a successful store trip. One thing I am going to buy now is level 2 sensors. This will let us see inside the enemy ship so we can identify the crew and base our decisions on that. Give it some of that. And I think we'll spend the last of our money on upgrading the oxygen. The problem we have at the minute is that if anything hits the oxygen, we've only got 1 power bar, so this will take 1 hit and it will be destroyed, and we'll have to send someone in to fix it. At least if we add another power bar and it takes 1 damage, it will be damaged but it won't be destroyed, so it won't be an instant panic. Let's do that then. Okay, distress beacons are pretty good. Sometimes you can get very nice rewards from it. Sometimes they lead to quest beacons somewhere else on the map. Let's see which this one is. You find the source of the distress call, a small research station. It appears to be a small laboratory fire got out of control and is threatening to destroy the station. The fire suppression system is not responding. Now what we have here, highlighted in blue, is an extra special option we only get under certain circumstances, and the circumstances we have here is that we have a rock crew. Usually these so-called blue options are the best thing you can do. So we can send our crew in a shuttle to help put out the fire, dock and try and rescue survivors, leave, or send the rock crew in, because as I told you, rock crew immune to fires, and it's a blue option, so let's do that. Your rock soldier tear through the airlock directly into the fire. You've never seen someone that large move that fast. It disperses as much fire suppressant as possible right into the heart of the blaze, and eventually the fires start to die down. Let's contact the survivors. With most of the fire under control, the scientists are able to help secure the station. They offer you their sincere gratitude and a generous reward. And this is a very generous reward: 30 scrap and an augment, a weapon pre-igniter. Now the weapon pre-igniter is one of the strongest augmentations you can get in the game. What it means is that this weapon spool up is instantly full as soon as you jump into a sector, so you can fire straight away. It's really, really powerful. And we've had some great luck so far. Anything we need to buy? I don't think so. Another distress call. Now, unfortunately, the only other ping is here, and I don't think we have. If we went to this distress call, I'm just thinking, do we have enough time to do that, then and then maybe that one? It's a distress call beacon. Yeah, let's do it. We'll soon see. Haha, I knew someone would fall into our dastardly trap. It appears this distress beacon was nothing but a decoy for a pirate ambush. Let's continue. Pause. Identify. Little Mark 1 laser. What this thing is a heavy laser. It still only fires one shot, but if it hits the hull, it does 2 damage instead of this little laser, which does 1. Carry on identifying things. They have a human crew, an NG crew. NG are really fast at repairing things, so this guy might be a bit of a pain. And what we have here is a crew teleporter, and this human is on his way here, and he's going to teleport onto our ship. Okay, so evaluate. Their weapons can't hurt us as long as we have 2 shields, which is fine. Let's see. Okay, they've teleported straight into our oxygen system. What we need to do, we need to send our own crew in there and they'll automatically fight this guy. So we just draw a box to the 2 nearest people, right click that room, and they'll go and punch him. He's damaging our guy who's fighting, and the other guy is just firing lasers at their guy. Hooray, we killed them before their teleporter cooled down so we could escape. We now have an injured crew member, so let's send them over here. The med bay is unpowered at the minute, but for a few seconds we can turn off the oxygen and turn on the med bay. The oxygen in the ship is going down. His health is going up as soon as he's up to 100. We'll pause, depower the med bay, turn the oxygen back on, and then press enter, which tells everyone to go back to their stations. Which reveals that I made an error. When we moved the Rockman over here, we didn't save their workstation, so let's do that. Okay, now we can see into the enemy ship. We can add something else to our evaluation protocol. Can we kill the crew without destroying the ship? Well, we don't have any weapons or a crew teleporter of our own that can directly damage the crew. But if we're lucky enough that our laser weapon starts fire, see possible effect fire, then they might die of fire damage or they might not. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to smash the piloting. Look at that, that's perfect. I just saw he actually took direct damage from our lasers hitting. Because any time that a system room takes damage from a laser weapon and someone's inside that room, they'll take 20 or so damage. You can kill the crew, but of course it takes so long, but by the time you've killed the crew with laser fire, you've probably destroyed the ship. But it is on fire. Now you get to see just how quickly the NG race repair things, and that includes putting out fires. That fire will disappear in no time. There it goes. They did take a little bit of damage from the fire. That's what fires do. They take constant damage over time. Good, another. Actually managed to do 2 fire that time. Now this guy's run away because his health is so low that he knows that if he stays in that room he'll die. So what we're going to do is our next shots are going to go into the shield room and hopefully kill this guy. Good, killed him. More fires. Just keep an eye on how much health this NG has. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get a crew kill. Might be able to. But I'm going to wait for them to repair the shields. Because if all 3 of our shots hit, we destroy the hull. And I don't want to destroy the hull, I just want to do like 1 damage and hope it's enough to kill this NG. Right, let's have a go. 1. We're down to 13 health. If we can do that again, we might get the crew kill. Perfect. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship. You strip it of useful materials. This is an enhanced reward because we just managed to kill the crew before destroying the ship. 2 missiles, 1 drone and 28 scrap. Excellent. I'm going to spend some more money here. Similar for the reasons that we upgraded the oxygen, I'm going to upgrade the med bay and the piloting just to give them a little bit of damage buffer. So if they take 1 damage, they'll still be functional. And obviously with the piloting being at level 2, it means that if we remove the Rockman, we still have a little bit of dodge. If we didn't have it upgraded, we would have 0 dodge. Okay, now this is the only ping we can go to, so let's go. A ship with conspicuous pirate markings is orbiting a nearby moon, broadcasting a simple message claiming to have equipment available for sale. We can hail them, we can attack them, or we can prepare to jump away. I'm just going to attack. It's the fun path. Okay, pause. Identify. Heavy laser mark 1 and a missile. So we know that we don't need 2 shield bubbles. We'll put the extra power in dodge and we'll put the other extra power into missile. Because of the weapon pre-igniter, our burst lasers are ready to fire straight away. So let's just smash the weapons to hopefully take this missile launcher offline. We'll continue identifying. They have 2 human crew. Oops, not quite good enough. No, we might take a bit of damage from this missile. Yep, luckily it hit another empty room. Now we'll just keep firing at their weapons. And again, at the weapons. I don't think we're going to get the crew kill here. No way. The enemy ship appears to be powering up its FTL. It's trying to escape. Well, that's too late because my missile's ready to fire. So let's just smash their engines and hope it hits. See, this resist that popped up is because this is a rock ship, and rock ships have a 15% chance to negate hull damage from any hit. But at least it's delayed their FTL. I think we'll go for piloting next time. Might need to finish him off with a missile. Yeah, because it resisted one of the hull damage, so our missile's ready, so we'll fire that into their weapons and hope it doesn't resist it, and hope they die. Nope, resisted again, but we did kill one of the crew. Again, we'll just keep firing. The ship that will not die. Well, if it keeps resisting the hull damage, then we will get the crew kill. Don't think it's very likely. There we go. That was a bit of a struggle. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. The standard victory message. 2 missiles, 1 drone, and another 26 scrap. Okay, well, we can't get to that ping because it's red, which means it's a fleet fight. So we're just going to have to go straight for the exit. You've arrived at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. There are only 2 ships within range, and they seem to be engaged in battle. One of them has the markings of a space pirate. Well, let's aid the civilian ship. Get one more fight under our belt before the end of Sector 1. You power up the weapons and engage your pirate ship. Same as always, pause, identify, heavy laser 1 and a missile, so we'll leave our loadout as it is. We only need 1 bubble. We need our dodge up as high as it can go. Our weapons are both ready to fire instantly. Let's talk about the crew. Okay, they have 2 NG, so they're going to repair stuff quickly. This is a Zoltan. They only have 70 health. They're mediocre at fighting and repairing and everything else. So let's go straight for the weapons with that. Good, the missile's off. We're just going to have to keep fighting at this because this guy will repair that really quickly, as we've just seen. Good, and again. Again, we're keeping the missile in reserve as an emergency. For example, if they try and warp out. Excellent, they're on fire now. Let's just keep firing at that room. Try and relight the fires as soon as they put them out. Good. The pirate ship breaks apart. You hasten to contact the civilian ship. So we got 1 missile, 1 drone, 24 scrap. Contact the civilians. The civilian ship wisely made a fast retreat whilst you distracted a hostile ship. So the only thing to do now is to go to the next sector, and that will be in the next video because we've been going nearly an hour because I've been talking so much. Let's review what happened in Sector 1. We've got 2 layers of shield, level 2 doors, level 2 oxygen, level 2 medbay, level 2 piloting. We got 1 extra crew member who's halfway trained already, which is pretty damn good. Everyone indeed is getting trained in their chosen workstation pretty well. Got a scrap recovery arm and a weapon pre-igniter, so we've made a really good start to the game. Hope you come back for Sector 2. We might even get Sector 3 done as well next time. Until then, take very good care of yourself and all those around you, and I'll see you later.